You're not imagining it. You stand up, and your cat stands up. You walk to the kitchen, and there's a silent shadow behind you. Bathroom, bedroom, laundry room, it doesn't matter. Even when you don't call them, even when you don't have food, even when it's 3 in the morning and the house is completely still, your cat is there, watching, waiting, following. So what is it? A crush? A habit? A survival instinct? Or is your cat trying to tell you something without words? Because there's one reason cats follow you that most people miss, and it matters more than the cute explanations. We grew up hearing cats are independent, like they're just living in your house as a favor. But independence isn't the same as not bonding. Cats bond quietly. Cats attach subtly. Cats choose favorites strategically. And when a cat chooses you, they don't always show it with big gestures. They show it with proximity. Because to a cat, I love you often looks like this. I'm going to be where you are. Not on you, not in your face, just near, like a small heartbeat in the same room. Slow blinks, head bumps, that casual rub along your leg like it was an accident. It wasn't. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks and head. When they rub you, they're not just being affectionate, they're making you part of their safe map. In your cat's world, scent is identity, and if you smell like us, then you are home. So when you walk away, your cat follows because home is moving. A lot of following isn't romance, it's pattern recognition. Your cat has learned you like a language made of tiny cues. You stand up a certain way before you go to the kitchen. You open one cabinet for bowls and another for treats. You shake one container that means snack and another that means no, not for you. Cats are incredible at predicting what happens next because prediction is power. And when you move, your cat's brain lights up with a simple thought. Something is about to happen. I should be there. Not always because they're hungry. Sometimes because they don't want to miss the moment the sink turns on, or the window opens, or you finally sit down where laps become available. And here's the part that sneaks up on you. If your cat follows you and it occasionally pays off, a pet, a treat, a toy, even a conversation, your cat has learned a powerful rule. Following you is worth it. Sometimes your cat follows you like a fan, other times like a guard. Cats are both predator and prey. Even indoors, that wiring doesn't turn off. In the animal world, being alone can be risky, so bonded cats often move together, loosely, quietly, like a tiny team. When your cat follows you into a dark hallway, they may be thinking, if you're going there, I'm going too. Not because you need protection, but because together feels safer. This is why the bathroom is a universal cat magnet. Cats know you're distracted in there. Cats know you're stationary. Cats know, on some instinctive level, that this is a vulnerable moment, so they stand watch, or they take advantage of the fact that you can't leave. There's a kind of story cat owners tell, but only after they've lived with a cat long enough to recognize it. It's never dramatic, it's just a night. You come home heavier than usual, not crying, not breaking down, just quiet. You sit on the edge of the bed, or the kitchen floor, or the couch with the TV off, and then your cat appears. Not for food, not for play, just presence. They sit close enough to touch you, but not so close it feels like pressure. And if you look at them, they blink slowly, like they're saying, I'm here, that's all. Cats are masters of reading routines, and when your routine changes, they notice. Different breathing, different pace, different energy. They can't label it stress, but they can sense that something is off. So they follow you more. Not because they have answers, because you're their bond, and bonds pull tighter when things feel uncertain. Let's be honest, sometimes your cat follows you because they are unbelievably nosy. A closed door is an insult, a bag is a puzzle, a drawer is a portal. Your cat doesn't think, my human is going to fold laundry. Your cat thinks, a secret activity has begun. And cats are hunters. Hunters track movement. When you walk into a room, your cat's brain goes, "What's in there? What changed? What moved? What's new?" That's why they appear when you open a cabinet you haven't touched in months. That's why they investigate every package like it's a crime scene. You are to them the most interesting object in the house because you constantly change the environment. Here's a reason people underestimate. Your cat might be bored. Indoor cats especially can have a lot of unspent energy, and when a cat doesn't have enough stimulation, they create stimulation. Following you becomes enrichment. Like, what are we doing next? What's the mission? Sometimes it's not even boredom. It's a collection of tiny needs. They want fresh water, but only if it's moving. They want you to scoop the litter. They want you to open a door that they will not walk through. They want play, but they want you to guess the right toy. Yes, they do that, and yes, it makes perfect sense to them. Because cats don't just seek items, they seek interaction. Following you is a way to start it. Now this is the part most people skip, because it's less cute. If your cat has always followed you and they seem calm, that can be normal bonding. But if your cat's following is new, intense, or paired with other changes, it can be your cat's way of asking for help. Cats hide discomfort. They don't limp dramatically. They don't whine for sympathy. They get close. They act different. They become clingy. Look for red flags like this: following you while yowling or sounding distressed, needing to be in the same room but still seeming unsettled, changes in litter box habits, frequent trips, straining or accidents, changes in appetite or thirst, hiding more but then suddenly shadowing you, a senior cat that's newly anxious, especially at night. Possible causes can include stress, but also medical issues like urinary pain, dental pain, arthritis, hyperthyroidism, or cognitive decline. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to sharpen your instincts. Because when your cat follows you everywhere, sometimes it means, "You're my safe place and I don't feel okay." If something feels off, trust that feeling and call your vet. Catching problems early is one of the kindest things you can do. If you love the following, that's okay. You don't need to correct affection. But if it's becoming constant, disruptive, or anxious, here's how to help without rejecting your cat. Schedule connection on purpose. Give them predictable moments. 10 minutes of play, a brushing session, a cuddle window. Predictability lowers anxiety. Build independence into the environment. A window perch, a bird feeder outside, puzzle feeders, toy rotation. Not more toys, newness. Reward calm behavior. If your cat follows you and you immediately pick them up every time, you teach them that shadowing equals reward. Instead, reward when they settle, on a bed, a perch, a mat. Reduce friction points, an extra litter box, quiet hiding spots, pheromone diffusers if stress is high, gentle boundaries around rooms where you need space. And most importantly, if the behavior changed suddenly, pair these steps with a health check. So why does your cat follow you everywhere? Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's curiosity, sometimes it's boredom, sometimes it's anxiety, sometimes it's pain. But most of the time, underneath everything else, it's this. Your cat has mapped their life around you. You're the signal that things are normal. You're the warmth in the house. You're the safest moving object they know. And one day, quietly, without warning, there will be no soft footsteps behind you, no shadow at the doorway, no silent escort to the kitchen. And you'll realize it wasn't clinginess, it was loyalty, in a language that doesn't use words. If your cat follows you everywhere, tell me, do they do it silently or do they narrate the whole trip like a tiny roommate with very strong opinions? And if you want more videos decoding subtle cat behavior, subscribe, because the smallest habits usually mean the most.
Like and subscribe so we can help more cat parents understand what their cat has been trying to tell them all along.